Hi everyone. Hello. Hi.
Hi, lovely. Good evening.
Hello. 8 minutes. Let other people join, then we can start. Okay. Share the link. Wait.
वापस नीचे शेयर कर दो लवली।
कहाँ से?
सेम वाला यही वाला लिंक ना वापस नीचे शेयर करो।
ओके ओके ओके।
ग्रुप में
जनरल में ना?
या
And the people are joining. Let's wait for 3-4 minutes more. 5 minutes. Two minutes, please.
you can start the recording and then share the screen. Yeah.
Yeah. So, hello everyone. Can you all see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes, lovely.
Yes,
Okay.
we can see your screen.
Okay. So today's session is about how to ace a virtual interview. We all have to face this interview with our different clients as per the requirements. So we should, be aware of general tips and tricks in, acing those interviews. Especially because we are sitting on a virtual mode, it becomes more important to impress the clientele or the person whom we are trying to impress for a particular role or particular job, right? So we say first impression is the last impression. It's so true. How you conduct yourself, how you talk, how you how the person sees you in the first gist, creates a big impression. You should be aware of, that the first impression you have to make on the client, it should be good one, right? So environment, being when you give interview on a virtual mode, you should be aware that the environment and surroundings should be in your favor. Choose a quiet place to interview where you won't be interrupted. Test your internet connection and make sure your computer is working properly. It's an essential part when you're giving a virtual interview. Set up your space so that you have a professional background and good lighting. You should not sit in dark, or your background should not be, of a poppy color. Try to set up a background picture in case you have one. The background, the original background is poppy or, inappropriate for the interview process. So you can always choose a background, right? Then technical aspects, when we talk about technical aspects, make sure you know how to use the video conferencing platform. You should be technically sound, how you're going to, set up the video conferencing. Test your microphone and camera before the interview to make sure they are working properly. And always make sure you join 5 minutes prior to the meeting, before the interviewer panel comes. Be familiar with the features of the platform, such as how to use your screen, share your screen, or mute your microphone in case needed. Personal attributes, those were the technical aspects, right? Personal attributes, whenever you are interviewing, you should be confident and enthusiastic. You should always make eye contact and smile. You should speak clearly and articulately. Always be prepared to answer questions about your skills and experience. The interviewer will be, coming with a set of questions, to test you. So you should be ready with the expected questions the interviewer, is going to ask you. You should be knowledgeable about the subject matter and the client's business. Whenever you are interviewing for a particular role, you should be aware of the job description really well. That is the requirement interviewer is, having, and that's why they are interviewing you. So you should be knowledgeable about the subject matter and the client's business. Client's business, always make sure that you do a research beforehand while interviewing for the client. And always make sure that you research company's founder and director. LinkedIn पर आप search कर सकते हो. आप company की website जाओ, वहाँ पर company के जितने भी business processes है, जितने भी founders है, their history, what they do. Make sure you go through all of this very clearly, because क्या होता है, whenever in between you'll pitch these information, you will create a good impression. Right? So next is clothing and accessories. Always choose clothes that are clean, pressed, and professional. Decent clothing is the key. Popping colors, poppy designs, these are big no-no. Make sure that your hair is neat and your makeup is understated. Over makeup, pura blusher lagaya hai, pura party makeup, and you are trying to interview, you are trying to impress your interviewer. First of all, unka jo bhi focus hoga, that will be on your makeup and your hair and accessories, etc. So make sure you are doing minimal makeup, your clothing is decent, it's clean, pressed, and avoid poppy and over designed clothes. Accessorize appropriately, but don't over it. Always make sure that you are using minimal accessories, normal hoops, normal studs. Okay, it should not be like, for example, do's, just go through these do's. यहाँ पर आपका जो dressing code है, sari, suits, etc. also comes under professional attire. So choose a decent sari, decent kurta pajama, decent salwar suit, decent shirt top, decent coat, minimal hoops, normal chashma, right? Decent clothing, decent hairstyle. Okay, you can't use lehenga while you're interviewing. You can't wear these kind of accessories, flashing accessories. You can't wear goggles while you are trying to interview that मैं hall में बैठी हूँ, balcony में बैठी हूँ, यहाँ बहुत धूप है. Okay, So make sure कि एक decent attire आप carry करो. Last but not the least, no matter आपका attire कैसा है, no matter आपने पूरा formal attire पहना है, formally आप अपने आप को present कर रहे हो, but अगर आपको subject knowledge ही नहीं है, it's a waste. Always research the company and the position you are interviewing for, so that you can demonstrate your knowledge of the subject matter. आपने JD देखा, वहां पर 10 KRAs are mentioned. उसमें से 6-7 तो आपको आने चाहिए. You should ace it. For rest of the KRAs where you're not comfortable, you can mention that you are keen to learn and you will ace it in future, right? At least 6-7 you should be confident, and you should show the interviewer panel that you can you are a perfect fit for the company, you are perfect fit for the role. Then learn about the client's business so that you can answer questions about their needs and goals. Always make sure client का website आप go through करें. जो भी client के business processes है उसको एक बार अच्छे से आप research करो. Even beforehand आपने कभी उस process में काम नहीं किया है, इस तरीके के industry में काम नहीं किया है, just try to learn about the company's business. It will create a good impression that you are actually interested in the company. Then company knowledge, learn about the company's history, mission and values. Always ये mention होते हैं companies के website पर. Learn about the company's products or services. No matter आप एक HR की post के लिए भी apply कर रहे हो, ठीक है, आपका companies के products और services से कोई लेना देना नहीं है. You're not interviewing for the production department, but you should be aware that what the company produces, what services the company provides. You should be aware about the company's culture and work environment. Go to the LinkedIn post, you'll get a gist. Companies के कुछ posts होंगे, कुछ लोगों ने reviews दिए होंगे. Just go through it. It will give you an a gist कि company का क्या culture and work environment है. Accordingly, you can present yourself. Then management knowledge. This is a very important aspect. Any person, कोई भी person है, उसको तारीफ पसंद होती है. तो if you go through the company's management and you learn about their achievements, and in between आप कहीं भी tweak कर दो, जो भी आपका process चल रहा है interview का, they will be impressed by it. And ये जितनी भी चीजें ये सारी genuine होनी चाहिए. Don't overdo it. मान लीजिए मैं एक बहुत बड़े स्पीकर को के साथ की कंपनी को ज्वाइन करने जा रही हूँ. मैंने वो स्पीकर का एक YouTube वीडियो देखा, एंड मैं वो जेन्युइनली जब मैनेज करूंगी, वो YouTube वीडियो के बारे में बताऊंगी, तो दे विल बी इम्प्रेस्ड कि एक्चुअली इसने देखा है. ठीक है, तो बी जेन्युइन अबाउट द थिंग्स यू आर मेंशनिंग, and it should seem genuine, and you should seem interested in the company. और वो तभी होगा जब आपने कंपनी के बारे में एक अच्छे से रिसर्च किया है. You have gone through the company's website, you have searched the founders, so वो founders को भी लगेगा, the management or the interviewer panels, that yes, the candidate is actually interested in the company. Then these are some additional or general tips I'm sure everyone is aware of. That be on time for the interview. वहां से आपकी punctuation का पता चलता है. If you are late, it creates a wrong impression. As I mentioned, first impression is the wrong impression. First impression should always be right. Always test your technology. Okay, smile and make eye contact. Be polite and respectful. We can always disagree, but you need to be polite and respectful while proving your point. Always ask questions about the company and the position. At the end, when you are asked that any questions you have, never say that you don't have any question. Always show this is the point where you can create a long lasting impression. Always ask questions about the company, about the role they are hiring for, what they expect from the candidate, and always thank the interviewer for their time at the last. Hello?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you all hear me?
Yes, lovely. Okay.
So this was a basic gist while appearing for the interview process. I hope I have made a few things clear. Any questions you have? Anyone, any question? Hello?
Yes. Thank you.
Am I audible?
Lovely, you can, yes, you can stop sharing the screen. We'll
Yeah, yeah.
open the forum for questions now. We can have all our screens on. Yes, so we have a lot of people who will be attempting interviews. There are some who are going to be attempting interviews for the first time. We have trainees part of it. We have a panel of HR also who take interviews. We have the HR team. We have a lot of old VAs who probably might be giving interviews for the first time soon, or they have a few butterflies in their stomach. So would want to hear from you all what plan of action you all will keep in mind. What did you like about it? Because this is like a refresher for everyone, and for the newcomers, it's a new experience. So please let us know your views. Thank you, Lovely, for the great PowerPoint presentation. Over to you all.
So everyone, these were some tips, technical one. I touched technical aspects. I touched personal aspects where you have to dress formally. You have to, appeal formal. And apart from that, subject knowledge is must. Founders, research about the founders beforehand. It creates a good impression. So these were some general tips. Always try to, answer the questions in affirmation. If they are asking something, don't try to avoid any question. Always try to answer it. Make sure that look attentive, and you look interested. So this will create a good impression, and they can take you seriously. Don't ever try to ignore any questions while interviewing for any client. Always try to put 1 or 2 points which can make you look interested. Any question anyone
Just
has?
additional points from my end, Lovely. I'd like to add few points. So also, no, I think you've mentioned it, but also it's important to go through the company's LinkedIn page. Apart from their website, also go through their LinkedIn page, and also the MD or CEO's LinkedIn page as well. See what kind of post they have posted, what is their interest into. So it will give you an idea of to whom you're speaking to. No, so whoever is going to no interview you know about them, so you will feel comfortable and you will know that okay, I've got these details about them and I can speak to them freely. So we will be relaxed in that way. So this is just an additional point from my end, Lovely.
Yes, I mentioned this, that go through the company's website, LinkedIn page, founders LinkedIn profile, and you'll learn about the company's culture through various posts through LinkedIn. So yeah, these are some. Thank you so much, Pratibha. These are some additional and important points.
So I would like to put it across to you all, because I am part of the interview. When a VA is giving interview, I'm always there in a silent mode. Most of our clients are not from big corporates. They are startup companies. They are firms who are new to remote working. So on there you have a upper hand. You can explain to them what all training you have gone through. So always ensure that you talk about the extensive training or the remote working tools that you have been introduced in Grow Up. They will definitely have your CV in front of them to see what you've done in the past, but they are very eager to know what you have done at Grow Up and how you will bring those tools to the best of your ability and bring it to you. So they are also very much new to remote working. So I'm sure the Sonali, who's new, introduced herself to our client, and all Chandrakala, the ones who are newly deployed. When they share their experiences in the weekly call, you must have realized that even the client likes the way remote working, works sometimes, and they love to share your, experience forward. So this use it to the best of your ability, and bring it across to them how you can do well as a remote working virtual assistant. So that's from my side. Anyone else?
I would like to say something. According to my experience, like the interviews which I have given in past, so sometimes there are situations when the client thinks puts some kind of information, and then he makes we have to convince them. So I think while giving an interview, our convincing power should also be very much strong, because they need to be get convinced that what we are saying is true, right? जो भी information है, whatever it is, because especially in the BD profiles, right? So they give conditions that if so and so things happens, or if your client is saying so and so things, then at that time we should not fumble at all and strongly put across that sir, this is my view or this is not my view, whatever it is. But yes, they what I think is they expect us to strongly say that what are our views on that things. Maybe to be ऐसा वो लोग नहीं expect करते हमारे पास से. That is what I think. Yeah.
Never ignore any questions. Always try to put your points.
HR, we
One
would
more
like to know
point.
from you all. Yes, Pratik.
Yes, one more point that just popped up in my mind, where while preparing for the interview, also go through the CVs that we have shared with them. That is our resume. Go through it once completely, because most of the questions from the will be from the CV. They would like to have it explained by us verbally, apart from viewing it. So, being VAs, we might have career breaks. So before our career breaks, whatever experience that we have mentioned, make sure that we also do a go through or recall about that experience, what we have written down in our CV, because questions will be asked from that. All the interviews which I have attended, those experience were also questioned. What kind of role it was, and little more detail on that part and everything. So go through the CV completely and including the experience before your career break.
Yes, basically what happens in any technical interview, whatever you have mentioned in your CV, they try to test whether you have worked or not. They always question from those points which you have mentioned in your CV. It's always the same case. Even when I interview anyone for any technical role, I see what they have mentioned in their profile, and I always go through it and I ask question from those points mentioned. So you should not give any false statement in your CV, any false fake points in your CV. Always be genuine.
Today's
Any other
task was
points?
given to you all for a CV update as per the new template. I hope you guys have attempted it, and by EOD we will have your CVs updated. I do not want you to spend any other day on it, because it was a don't take much time on it. You just have to introduce the new template, and always keep on optimizing your CV. So optimization of CV, you can do it as and when you learn new tools, but at least try and give me your new template and backlink it. That's what I'm wanting from you all today. Because we want to ensure that in case your CV is shared, firstly your last deployment to your client is updated. So you mention your deployment, deployed to, and the client's name and the date, the year, and present. So we will have those details, and please mention what you had done. So mention whatever responsibilities you have, please mention it in detail. So requesting that. So today we thought the CV session and the CV task will work well with our Saturday, and it will be a productive day for everyone. If anyone else does not have any questions or clarifications, we can end the session. Anyone else? I wanted an HR to give their point. Anyone? Pallavi, anything from your end?
Hi everyone. So I think most of the points have already been covered by Lovely very nicely. It was very good presentation. Only thing, yes, like being an interviewer, I mean, and since it's a virtual interview, so how we carry ourselves matter a lot. And professionally, I'm sure all of us are sound. We all know how, like, what work we've done previously, and we've been excelling in what, things that we know. The only thing where sometimes people lose marks or lose the impression is actually, not being dressed formally, thinking it's a virtual interview, तो कोई बात नहीं चलता है. तो वो चलता है वाला thing doesn't work. Even in virtual thing also, treat it as a face-to-face interview. And like, just in your mind, it should be as if you're sitting in front of the interviewer and giving the interview. Because when the person is taking the interview, वो अपने mind में इसी तरीके से ही ले रहा है. So they're not treating you as if you're only sitting virtually and you can get away with few things. That doesn't help. So that's the only thing. That's where I've seen, like, practically I've seen people, losing out, even very good candidates losing out, just because they were the interviewer felt that they were not serious, even though the candidate might not have felt that way, but the interviewer felt, they got that impression the candidate was not serious.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good point.
Lastly, I would want to say that, we all sometimes have our children around us when we are sitting for interviews. And that is a very tense situation when, they start crying or, oh my God, what do I do? So that is one point which I missed out. It's all right if they just suddenly come and you freeze when you're giving an interview. Just take permission from your interviewer. Please, may I please take a few seconds? I'll get my little one, at ease, and I'll join back. So please ask permission, because one of us will be there to, take over or to take that. This just get your little one at ease and come back strong and take the interview. That's all I would like to say. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you so much for joining this session, and wish you all the best for those who are attempting interviews in the future. And take care, everyone. Thank you, Lovely, for this wonderful session.
Thanks, Lovely. Thanks,
Thank
Komal.
Thank you, lovely.
Thank you. Stop the recording.
Happy weekend.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Happy weekend.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.